aliens would like metal? And if they did, what bands do you think they would like?
I would really hope that it wouldn't be like shitty butt rock or something like that. Like Imagine Dragons.
I'm so happy you didn't say Alien Ant Farm, because if you did, I would eject you from the property.
I would have ejected myself. Quite honestly.
See, like, I think like aliens would like weird bands like Arcanum or like Bethlehem, you know, with like insane fucking vocals.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Shit like that. Or just like that ambient like noise shit.
Maybe it reminds them of home.
Yeah.
Because they're just used to like weird space noise.
True.
So.
Welcome back to the Gemini Archives, everybody.
Welcome back!
Yay!
We're back in person!
Oh my god. So don't adjust your television sets, everybody, because if we sound better, it's because we do.
Yes.
We have our not old equipment, but just, you know, our recording equipment with us. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting in front of a literal actual mic and not like a little USB mic for my computer.
Feels good.
It does feel good. It took us an hour to figure out not how to set everything back up, but just how to record.
Yeah.
Because we use Audition, and I think we've mentioned that before, like many moons ago, like that we use Audition, but we had to like remember how to like record because it's been, God, what day is it?
100 years.
Yeah. It's been 84 years. So, I mean, it's been a while, and we, you know, had to like remember how to do everything. And I'm not like, you know, and we've mentioned this before. We're not, you know, we're pretty, you know, tech savvy, but not, this is like a whole other level of like stuff. Like, I don't know anything about recording.
Well, it's because we're not audio engineers. We're not musicians. We don't record. We're not streamers. We're none of that.
Yeah. We need, JD, we need help. If you are listening, we need your help.
I mean, we got it okay for now, but if we ever want to upgrade, we're going to need some help.
Yeah, because we have like, you know, a couple of mics, like a pretty standard, like simple, like mixer, and a laptop that is older than Christ.
I know. So, this is from like the Mesozoic era.
Yeah, literally. So, yeah, we, you know, had to like relearn everything because now everything's like, you know, upgraded and different, and we're still using antiquated technology. So,
yeah.
But it's better than what we were doing before.
It is. I mean, it was easier before to record through Google Meets. But this sounds so much better.
Yeah. And not only that, like, we're in a room that's, like, all the way at the back of the house. Mm-hmm. So we're, you know, away from noise, and it's quieter. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Lauren moved back to Connecticut.
Hi, I'm back. That's how I literally came in through the door when we got here. I was just like, hi, I'm home.
Yeah, literally. Because, like, well, our parents came, you know, well, our dad picked you up from the airport.
Yeah.
And then our mother was here with me because we got dinner for you guys. Because you got in around like 5.
Well, our flight landed at a little before 4:30. And then we got here probably a little after 5 because there was traffic. It was like rush hour traffic. So,
right.
Coming from Windsor Locks, coming all the way to where we are, it's almost an hour drive during rush hour. Because you got to drive through fucking Hartford and all that crap. It takes 20 minutes. Because what happens is they all merge into like 2 lanes from like 4. And it's like people don't know how to merge. It's like they literally are a 16-year-old who just got their license that day. And they've never merged before a day in their freaking lives.
Yeah.
So.
No, I know. And like, well, we wanted to get you food because I'm like, well, they've been on a flight forever.
I mean, we had a layover by the way, the Detroit airport, if you're flying Delta, is fabulous. It is a nice airport because the one half of the airport is just Delta flights because that's their hub. So it's like 75 gates of Delta flights, and they have all this food and all this stuff, and it's really nice. But we went to Longhorn Steakhouse. It just, I got like pork chops, and Quinn got like, I forgot what he got.
At the airport,
So.
that must have been like $150.
No, it was like $50.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well, because airports are so fucking expensive.
Oh, they are, but we didn't get a lot.
Oh,
So,
well, that also helps.
yeah.
But yeah, so the day they got in, you know, I was sitting here with our mother, and they didn't I don't think you guys saw that we were sitting on the porch outside.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
And then as soon as you were going to get out of the car, her mother screams, "Yeah, you're home!" And Lauren about hit the deck.
I almost hit my head on the roof of the car. Oh my God, it
She
scared
wasn't
me.
I don't even think you saw us walk down into the driveway.
I didn't know you were, walking towards the car. I thought we were just going to come to you. So I wasn't expecting Mom right there just screaming.
She screamed, and Lauren almost dropped all of her bags.
Oh,
Like,
I had a heart attack.
but man, so the day we're recording this, it is May 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
The day you were listening to this, it is our birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
happy birthday to us.
yay!
We're 33 years old.
Oh my God.
I'm not applauding for that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
All right, everyone boo.
Drop us a happy birthday in the comments if you would like. That's all we
Please.
could ask for. We would appreciate that.
Also, put your airport stories in the comments. I love reading those.
Oh, yeah.
Like bad experiences, good experiences, whatever. Anything pertaining to you traveling in an airport or on a plane, please tell me your stories. I want to hear them.
Hilarious experiences. We need a laugh.
That too.
Though I will say, ever since you guys have been home, so you got in April 30th,
Yeah.
it has been so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if we actually explained this on the podcast. I genuinely don't remember. Like the last time you and I recorded together.
Yeah.
Because I did an episode with Carl. Hi, Carl. A couple months ago.
Yeah.
But we haven't recorded since before Christmas of last year.
Let me tell you, my living situation for the last 6 months I was in Utah was terrible.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me to record.
I mean, you didn't really have a place to record.
I did, but we had issues with my neighbor at the time who he was aggressive. And because we noise complained him because he blared music so loud, and especially on Christmas Eve till 3:00 in the fucking morning. And I had to get up at 7 the next day. So I got 4 hours of sleep. And we're having problems with him and management and all this. So we just said, screw it. And we moved in with our in-laws, my in-laws, not ours. We don't share in-laws, my in-laws. And, they don't have the biggest house in the world, but we made do for, a few months, because we moved in right after New Year's, the first week of January until April 30th. So almost 4 months to the day. Mm-hmm. So it was hard because my mother-in-law works from home, and there was always people in the house. So it's I couldn't really record. And plus all my stuff is in storage because, we had to get, I don't know if anyone knows what pods is, but that's basically how we moved across the country. Highly recommend, by the way. They were fantastic.
Yeah, they're giant shipping containers. And, we unpacked all your stuff. You had it shipped here. And then me, our parents, and a cousin of ours, who so graciously helped us, unpacked all your stuff. Mm-hmm. Very easy process. Even for this, the driveway here is a little narrow and wonky, and they still managed to not do any property damage.
Yeah.
So
we had street parking, so it was, even for street parking, it's good. So if you live in an apartment, pods, unless you live in in inner city, New York City or somewhere super narrow and super crowded, I recommend. Yeah. So our stuff is in storage for 2 months because we had the apartment till February and we bought out of our lease. So our stuff was just kind of sitting there for a month and a half until we had to move it. And the day we moved our stuff in was Valentine's Day, and it also snowed the night before, and it rained the day we were moving our stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it took so long because it wasn't right in front of our apartment, because why anyone would leave an open parking spot, I don't know. But they had to park it on the street on the back side of our apartments. And we had to basically drive our furniture over there. Like, my in-laws had to load their cars, because my father-in-law has a truck, and my mother-in-law has, like, a big, like, I forgot what car it is.
Like an SUV.
It's not an SUV, but it's a good car with a big trunk.
Yeah.
And we had to do, like, 2 or 3 trips, you know, furniture first, then boxes of just, like, you know, putting stuff into that storage unit. And the good thing about pods is, like, they give you your own key, and they don't keep a copy of your key. You're the only person who has a key to that pod. So it's no one's breaking into your shit. So,
yeah. And it was, you know, it was kind of stressful, but it was an easy process. It was minimal stress. I mean, moving is just stressful in general.
Yeah. And the downside is you have to move all your stuff in there, but that's really the only downside, because otherwise they transport it for you. They keep it in storage for you, and you pay by whatever.
I would rather move my own shit, because I don't trust someone else to, like, not break my things.
Well, neither do I. And that's why none of our stuff got broken. So
yeah, I think the only thing was, like, you had, like, something that got chipped, like a case or something. I forgot what it was.
Well, we had TV trays.
Oh,
One
yeah,
of them
that's
got
right.
chipped.
But I mean, that's everything else. Like, we looked, like, all of your expensive, like, plates and stuff that you had, like all your
knickknacks and everything, anything glass or ceramic or it all made it. It was all fine, because my husband is a Tetris master. He Tetris the fuck out of the boxes we had, and then we put all the furniture in front of the boxes. That was the best idea.
Yeah. So and I don't know if we explained this either. So I currently up until recently, live in the home that has been in our family for generations, basically. And it's a multi-family home. So there's, like, the house, and then there's, like, a whole ass addition on the back of the house, not above it.
Like
but,
an in-law suite, kind of.
So I live in the back of the house, or I have been. And then for years, a family member of ours lived in the front and fucking destroyed the place. So that's why he got kicked the fuck out. And, you know, Lauren and Quinn were like, well, we'll just come here, you know, and basically fix up the house and over time, you know, and we
already started. I mean, we're already fixing it up.
Yeah. And I apologize in advance. We have a bird problem. And if you hear birds in the background, no, you don't. So
yeah, there's in, like, the eaves of our house, like, they built a nest, like a big nest.
They're so obnoxious. I'm half tempted to go out there with a BB gun, but, you know, I'm not going to do that.
We have an airsoft gun in this house, thanks to my husband, who literally, he actually wants to get, like, one of those guns that shoot rock salt. Oh, God. So it doesn't hurt them, but it, like, you know,
just annoys them.
Yeah, it annoys the shit out of them.
Yeah, because they're, like, destroying the property. And I'm just like, so we got to call someone to come out here to do that. It's just like...
I know it's a never-ending list of stuff we got to do. But you know what? I would rather take this than ever living in a fucking apartment ever again. Oh, my God. And anyone who lives in an apartment now knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. It is a struggle. You overpay to live in a place that's so dinky and crappy, where with management who doesn't give a shit about you and neighbors who really don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
And they're fucking dogs and kids screaming and barking at all hours of the night and day. And it's like, I can't, you know?
It's a real problem, honestly. Like,
I don't envy the people who have to live in apartments because they don't have a choice.
I know.
Unless they have a good situation, then good for you. But, like, we could not, like, the West Coast is expensive, man. Utah is like California now. It is so goddamn expensive there, and they refuse to raise their minimum wage. It's $7.25 an hour is the minimum wage there. And to live comfortably, you have to make over $20 an hour. It's ridiculous. And that's why we had to move. We couldn't afford it anymore. You know, and, like, if we were going to get a house out there, it would take 10 years for us to save up enough money to get a house. And by then, it would probably go up even more. So it's like, we'll never get a house, you know, unless we, you know, take out a loan or something. But I didn't want to do that.
And look, like, Connecticut isn't the cheapest place in the country either. But...
No, it's got its expensive places. But seriously, the West Coast is just stupidly expensive. Like, there's no reason it needs to be that expensive.
Well, I know. And, like, I even saw it too, like, when, you know, we have a shared Amazon account and, like, you know, you go, hey, can you just get this for me real quick? And then I would change the address to your Utah address. And it was, like, always $2 to $5 more that you were paying.
Because the tax is higher there than it is in Connecticut, if anyone could believe that.
I was like, that is crazy. Yeah. So that's why it just worked out better this way. And because we're inheriting this house, basically.
Yeah, we inherited this house, and, you know, my parents posed it to Quinn and I, and anyone who doesn't know, Quinn's my husband, posed it to us when we came and visited in October of last year. Like, hey, we're looking to, like, give you guys this house.
Or sell it.
So, would you like to take the house, or do you want us to sell it? And we had been talking about moving for a while. Like, we were not going to live in Utah permanently. Like, my husband was, like, done with it. He's like, I would just want to go somewhere else. And I'm like, well, we got the chance to go. And it took a little bit of, like, we had to, like, really sit down and talk about it. And, like, the more and more we talked about it, the more he was like, we need to do this. I think we need to move there.
Yeah.
And because, of course, it was a no-brainer for me, because this is my home where I grew up, you know. It's like...
Yeah, like, you're familiar with it. Like, I know he's only visited, like, a handful of times.
Yeah, but you know what? My husband is the most easily adaptable person on the planet. And he adapted so quickly. We've been here for almost a month. He's driven everywhere. He has a job, you know, and he's just started, like, this week, you know, because he had basically like a 3-week break before he started, you know, because they didn't want to start until the end of the month. So he's in training right now for his new job, and I won't say what it is, but, yeah, and he's just, like, adapted so well, and, you know, we're back on, like, you know, a schedule, and, you know, we're getting used to seeing each other again, because I haven't seen you.
It's so bizarre.
In like 4 years.
Like, yesterday, so I'm currently dieting right now, and Wednesdays is my day to go grocery shopping and do all my food prep. And usually on those days I would call you, you know, and just it helps the time go by. Or
yeah, and I was very lonely because my husband worked way more hours in Utah than he is here. So I would call Megan a lot because it helped. You know, I was a very anxious. I won't get into that on here, but I was very anxious for a long time.
Yeah, so like, you know, I'm used to, like, just calling Lauren, or if, you know, you weren't available for whatever reason, I watched, you know, the work jams, the witching hour, and you know, it was so bizarre because yesterday you came over and just sat with me while I was doing all that. And I'm like, this is crazy. It's so, like, I still can't even, it's been, like, almost a month. I still can't even, like, believe that you're, like, here.
I'm like, I've texted Megan every day for, like, almost 2 weeks where I was like, this is the most peace and quiet I've had in so long. Yeah. You know, because living in apartments, it's jarring, you know, like, you're not just living with whoever you're living with. You're living with everyone in your building, around you, below you, whatever, you know?
Well, you're also, you know, very sensitive to, like, noise. Yeah. And people in general, so.
Yeah, my anxiety makes me sensitive to that. And living in a big city was not the best idea. But I wanted to be with my husband so bad, and I wanted to get out of Connecticut so bad. I was so ready to go. But I was just ready to move out of the house, you know? Like, with our current situation at the time. Yeah. So
it was less than ideal. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
But this situation now has been great. Yeah. So the way the house is, we have total separation for the two sides. Yeah. But, you know, I just have to walk through a door to go to their side, basically. But, because when the other person that was living here, it's like, he was not mindful, and it was loud, and it was obnoxious, and I have not heard a sound from the front of the house to the point where I'm like, are they even home? Yeah. Like, what the hell? And I don't hear anything. And I'm like,
you know what I'm doing? Literally starfished in the bed, enjoying the quiet. That's what I'm doing over there. I'm just like, wow, I forgot what quiet sounds like.
Yeah. Also, if you hear me drinking something, we have cherry limeades to celebrate. Yeah. But not Sonic cherry limeades. Like, we didn't go to Sonic. We just have, like, the mix.
Yeah, they sell the drink packets for Sonic cherry limeade, and you just add it to, like, a water bottle. Highly recommend. They are delicious.
Yeah, because, I mean, like I said, on the diet, and these are better than actual cherry limeades, so.
Yeah, like I keep telling you and Quinn, it's like, you could fart the calories out. Yeah. That's how little calories there are in there. One could fart, and it's 5 calories right there. Yeah. So.
Lauren.
I'm serious.
I know. I feel bad because, like, we've been like, having dinner together. We've been like cooking and stuff. Like one night you'll cook and then I'll do another. Oh. I keep feeding them like farty vegetables, like
broccoli and cauliflower
and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like this is what I eat. Like, I'm sorry. You know? Well, I don't actually really eat it all the time. It's just what I have currently.
Yeah.
And I feel bad.
Carrots and like, you know, it's like all mixed, like, frozen like veg mix and stuff. And oh my God, because I was eating like shit for so long because I couldn't afford anything else out there. Like, I went to the grocery store last week and only spent $84 on groceries. What normally I would spend almost twice as much in Utah.
If that,
you know? So it was like, wow, I got all my groceries for the week and didn't even have to spend $100. Yeah. I went to Aldi's, by the way, so that probably factors it in too. They don't have Aldi's out in Utah. Oh. So that's why.
Well, they're missing out.
Yeah, they sure are.
But yeah.
But they do have like places like it, like there's a place called Winco. It's the same thing, you know.
Yeah, so I've been like feeding them stuff that's like causing them, gastrointestinal distress because you guys are used to eating a certain way, and then I'm like, here's all this fiber and all this, whatever.
This protein and shit that's good for your body, and I've been feeling a lot better. I can sleep well, I kind of been sleeping better. I don't know why I can't sleep lately. I'm just too excited, I think.
Yeah. Well, we also found out yesterday too.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to Rhode Island Comic-Con this year for the first time in like a decade. Like we haven't gone in years because
partially because of 2020, but also because
of the management.
Yeah.
It was really chaotic the few times.
I don't know if it's still like that. I haven't seen anything.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I hope not.
But we are going this year because Allison Court is going, who is, the voice of Lydia in the Beetlejuice cartoon. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. And basically the whole cast of Mallrats, including Kevin Smith.
And Clerks.
Yeah. So it's Brian O'Halloran, Jason Mewes, Michael Rooker got announced this morning.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, we've met him before.
Yeah, he was in Mallrats, so...
That's right. Well, in, Walking Dead, Guardians of the Galaxy, just to name a couple small films and shows.
Just a few. Rosario Dawson.
People want Jason Lee to come. They're like, please announce him.
That'll be tomorrow watch.
Oh, well, I'll fall to the floor.
No, you know who I want is fucking Jeff Anderson. I want Randall.
I know, he never goes to conventions, though, so hopefully.
Oh, what do we have to do to pull him there? Because...
Should we make a cake?
Yeah. We'll just make a cake and just be like, Star Wars is better than Lord of the Rings, and then he'll come, so...
Imagine. He's like, you know what? The cake sold me. I'm coming.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Because I want a picture with fucking Dante and Randall, God damn it.
I know.
That would rule.
Because, yeah, Brian's coming.
Yes.
Too, so Brian O'Halloran.
So, we've been, looking into it. We're actually going this year.
Dude, we gotta get some stickers and, business cards and just start passing them out to everybody.
Oh, yeah, whore out the podcast.
Oh, my gosh. I will write it on my tits, my ass, my
Lauren,
pussy, and my
please.
crack.
Lauren, please.
Do you fucking imagine? What does her ass say? I don't know what it says. It's in the crack.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It just says it's like the GE and the I. The GI archives.
It's like gastrointestinal archives?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. Imagine that's a podcast and they talk about having IBS or something.
Yeah. Just different parasites that affect the intestines and shit. I would listen to that podcast, honestly.
Just to be informed, because you never know. Dude, after getting norovirus, I'm so careful with that shit now.
I'm sorry.
By the way, I don't know if anyone's ever had this new strain of norovirus, but it is literal hell on earth. I felt like I was dying, and it was the week my parents were visiting. And you know when it went away? The day after they left.
Great.
So they were there for a week and a half. So I had it for basically a week and a half because I got it the second day they were there, second or third day. And we went to Wendover. I had norovirus. The poor person went to clean that hotel room. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I feel so bad.
We all got it because we went to a fucking buffet called Chuckarama, in Utah. And some asshole, with norovirus was there and got all this food infected because we all got sick, but I got it the worst. I don't know what I ate that was different from everyone else, but oh my God.
I feel so bad.
It was really bad. So,
yeah. So we're happy you're home.
Yes.
Because it has been so nice, and, you know, we've been busy just, you know, getting you guys settled, and, you know.
Yeah. And, you know.
I had to clean out your side of the house after, you know, the person that was living there moved out, and he left it a fucking pigsty.
You said it was like a trap house.
It literally looked like a trap house. Like, none of the lights had, like, light bulbs in them. Like, all the blinds were broken. Fucking literally trash littered all over the floor. How we didn't have roaches, I have no idea.
I know.
Like, he left it, like, it literally looked like an abandoned house that somebody was squatting in. That's what it looked like.
Well, thank God no one actually squatted in the house.
Oh my God. That's the most mad I've ever been in my entire life.
I know. You said it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when you went over there. You just started cleaning.
Yeah, I went over there. He left like at 4 a.m. I went over there because I went to go turn down the thermostat because he always kept it cranked and it cost $1 million. Mm-hmm. And I went over there just to turn down the thermostat, and it was when I saw it like that, I'm like, I cannot go back to sleep, and I immediately started cleaning because I'm like, I can't. Mm-hmm. You know, it was, and it wasn't just like, you know, a little bit here and there. It was every room was destroyed, every room, and now it looks great because. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, aside from, you know, me cleaning it out, just, you know, you guys maintaining it
and
now.
Keep cleaning it out, you know, like I keep decluttering stuff and keeping it clean, and I bought a diffuser.
Yeah.
So
like, you know,
because there's some weird mold smell coming from the shower. And, you know, I think it's just that unit in general. Because like that whole, it's like a shower tub combo thing. That whole thing needs to go. Like, we've had that for decades, and it's time for a new one. So that's on the list this summer, to like renovate the bathrooms and stuff.
It's gonna be a lot of renovations. Mm-hmm. So
this house isn't even gonna look the same.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope not, because it's fucking time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. That's why we've been, you know, MIA, because we had actual real life big things happening.
Yes.
So.
Yes, we did. And it took a long time for me to like be in a place where I could record, because the last couple episodes we did, like besides the one you did with
Carl,
excuse me. They were good, but like you could tell I was like not myself.
Yeah.
I was like very out of it, and just, you know, I was dealing with a lot at the time. So
yeah,
we tried like a couple other times to record it. I just had mental breakdowns. Like I couldn't even think. I couldn't be upbeat and like, you know, myself.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like myself. And now I feel like myself again. So it's like, we got to get back to recording. And now we have the space to do it.
Oh, well, it's like we mentioned this in many episodes ago where we got the table.
Yeah.
Right? So we could actually, because before we literally, you know, our first, I don't know, like 10 episodes or whatever it was, we were sitting with our mics on a TV tray.
Yeah.
And you were sitting in a chair and I was sitting on your bed, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And that's how we recorded.
Yep.
Excuse me. And, you know, we were like, we need to get a table. And I remember it being so much bigger, but your room was just so crowded.
I know. I thought this table was supposed to be bigger, but no, it was a crowded room. And like, that's the first thing we got to take care of is, well, besides the whole outside of the house, is cleaning up that upstairs. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. And like,
dude, I should film this and put it on like TikTok or something.
Do it. People love to see that shit, honestly.
I have a TikTok, but I don't like, you know, post anything on there.
I don't even know. Like, I have one too. I had to get it for some reason. I don't remember, but I never go on there. Like, you send me stuff through TikTok and I see it months after.
I know.
I'm like, sorry.
I just like brain rot. I just, I had a problem. I still do, kind of.
Well, that's how
people post entire movies on TikTok and I just sit there and watch it. I'm like, I could literally put it in like a DVD player and watch this.
I know.
But here I am watching it on my phone.
Well, we also had, the episode about Lauren's deep hole many moons ago. So you've always fallen down like YouTube holes or just, you know.
I know.
Stuff in general.
For me, it's like all the liminal stuff. I'm such in a liminal phase still. It's all I post to my Instagram stories. It's literally the only thing I think about is liminal spaces.
It's, yeah. We have done how many episodes about it now?
So many.
It's just because same,
you know? Oh, and I've also, like, for some reason, TikTok wants me to learn a lot about Henry VIII. So I've been watching a ton of shit about that. And him in his weird sex chair. Like, literally, look it up. It's like, it looks like when you go to the gynecologist, you know,
God.
and they put your legs in, like, the stirrup. What is it?
The stirrups.
The stirrups, yeah. I'm like, that sounds like a horse thing, which I think it is, too.
It is a horse thing.
But it's like, you know, when you go to the gynecologist, you have to put your legs up in the stirrups and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, that's where the female sat, and then he just, like, stood in front of them, because his fucking legs were so covered in ulcers and, like,
Ew.
gross shit, like, he couldn't even, like, be in a bed. It was disgusting.
Ew.
And he died from infections from his legs, and he had big gaping holes in his legs.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was bad. So,
Lord have mercy.
I'm like, you have no right telling a woman she's ugly when you got holes in your legs, like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
You know?
Swiss cheese looking ass motherfucker. Like,
Swiss cheese looking ass.
yeah, literally. Ugh.
We're cottage cheese, but he's Swiss cheese, you know?
Dude, I'm telling you, like, you ever see, like, a quick side tangent before we get into the actual episode that we're going on, I don't know, half an hour now?
Yeah.
You ever, like, see a dude, like, call out a chick for being ugly and he literally looks like a rat? And you're just like...
all the time.
Or vice versa, like a girl being like, I need a man that... And she literally looks like, you know...
She's got 107 chins.
Yeah.
Her chins are touching the top of her cleavage. That's how... like, fucking Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Yeah.
You know, Mama June. I just watched a thing about her, so it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
And she lost, like, 200 pounds, but, like, she still got that double chin at 100 pounds. I'm like, you got to get cosmetic work on that.
Yeah, that's you thing.
Yeah, that's I love cheeseburgers and so does my face thing.
Yeah.
So.
But, like, isn't that the most annoying shit? Like, first of all, the audacity. Second of all, why? You know? Like, oh, it irritates me to no end. But anyway, we're going on half an hour-ish.
Yeah. So that's where we've been. I'm back home. I was going to talk a little bit about, you know, traveling, because I love, like, talking about going through the airports and stuff.
Yeah, because we sat down, we were like, what the hell are we going to talk about for this episode? And, you know, you being home, a lot of, like, memories and stuff have come up.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I'm like, I'm really nostalgic right now, because it's like seeing old stuff that I haven't seen in a few years and being back in familiar places I haven't been to. And, you know, a lot of things are still the same here, and it just feels good. So it's like been very nostalgic. And we were watching, they just opened that Epic Universe at Universal in Orlando.
Yes.
With the Mario World and like, the, Harry Potter one with the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
And like 2 other universes.
Like the Dark Universe, it's all like the Marvel monsters now. So they got rid of the old one and now it's like this new thing, part of Epic Universe.
And then the How to Train Your Dragon one.
Yeah.
Which is incredible because my husband loves dragons. So we have to go just for that.
Yeah.
But we were watching that and it just made me think of like, I just want to talk about vacations and like vacations we've been on, because we are pretty well traveled as people. My parents, especially my mom, love going on vacations. We went everywhere as kids.
Yeah,
so,
everywhere.
You know, it's like we have a lot of good memories of that, and like traveling and then being home with the nostalgia. I'm like, vacations would be cool to talk about.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to say really quick about airports now. I am like a pro at getting through security. I'm through there in 5 minutes flat. Well, first of all, I fly at dark 30 in the morning, you know, so it's like 4 a.m. I get to the airport and there's no one on a Wednesday. So travel tip, if you want to fly anywhere, go on a Wednesday. I don't care if the thing you're going to is on a Saturday. Make it a vacation.
Yeah.
Always fly on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Literally no one ever does. It is the best time to fly.
Yeah.
Minimal delays, minimal people. It's just so much easier to fly on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Because I don't know if you and I have expressed this enough, but I fucking hate people. Like, if I gotta go into public, it's like everybody's annoying me.
Yes.
I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I can't.
I can't either. So,
You know, the less people, you know, we got to deal with, especially at a place like the airport, the better.
I know. But when we were traveling, like the last 2 times we traveled, we've had the best. First of all, Delta themselves are like incredible. So I know everyone was like scared because that plane flipped upside down. That was due to weather, you fucking morons.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't Delta's. If anything, Delta did it in such a way where they had the procedure down of, like, in a case of, like, that happening, they did it in the right procedural way of getting the people off. No one got hurt. Everyone survived that because of Delta, you know? So I would never blame the airline for that. That was weather. And the pilot did his best or her best. I don't know who the pilot was, but or pilots. But anyway, we had the best experience with Delta. And then, like, just, you know, we've had very easy times getting through security, and, like, our flights were on time, and it's been great. Like, I'll never fly JetBlue again. I mean, I told that in the episode about my wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we almost missed our wedding because of JetBlue. But I found out they got fined like $1 million in damages for all the delayed flights.
Good.
Like, finally, you know?
Fuck them.
Should have been $1 billion, honestly.
Yeah,
Take their asses out. They're terrible.
Because, I mean, you guys got lucky, but other people, I guarantee you,
well, it's because we had to fly Delta. We switched from JetBlue to Delta and made it because of that. So.
Fucking goddamn.
I know, it's terrible, but anyway.
Well, we're going to go to a break.
Yes.
I'm going to put in a song from Satanic Warmaster because this album came out the very, like, tail end of 2024. I think it was, like, December 30th it came out or something. Like, literally, like, right at the end of the year, dude was just like, here you go. And we were like, what? So, well, I think he uploaded it to YouTube, and then the actual, like, physical release, like, came out shortly after. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Excuse me. But I remember when I listened to it the first time, I was like, I like this more than their last album. And I like the last album, but this is the Satanic Warmaster that I love. You know, like, it's a little bit more raw. It's the album cover's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just him sitting, literally, it looks like in his grandma's living room, all pissed off. And I remember seeing that, and I'm like, this is fucking, that's like mutilation, like sitting in the wheelchair, fucking hilarious, you know? So I was like, this is great. And he knows exactly what he's doing. So I'm going to put in, I think it's the very first song on the album, A Black Circle of Death, which is just a great fucking name. Just like,
that's literally every kid in high school is going through their emo phase.
Yeah.
So.
Black Circle of Death. I just think that's a really funny name. So, but I mean, in all seriousness, the song is, the whole album is fucking great. And I still need to get a physical copy of it. I haven't. It slips my mind. I listened to it on YouTube, whatever. So I'm going to put in some Satanic Warmaster. We're going to do double black metal today. You'll see that at the end of the episode. But it's, you know, it's funny because really quick before we go to the break, it is May 22nd, the day we're recording this. It is 45 degrees outside.
Literally, because we're getting a nor'easter.
It's freezing. And we're like, when is the last time we ever, because, you know, our birthday today, as of the day you're listening to this, it's the 28th. And I'm like, I can't remember the last time it was this cold, this close to our birthday. And I thought about it. I'm like, it's when we went to go see the Warren's Occult Museum. That was a couple days before our birthday.
It was the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were freezing, but it was also raining.
It was raining and freezing that day. I drove down to Monroe an hour and then back. It was bizarre. We were like, we're gonna die. Like, yeah, no kidding.
It was scary. So, but yeah, it's like 45 degrees today. And, you know, we're like, it's a good day for some black metal. We literally have a candle burning, you know, like. We sure do. We're just like, you know, it's a nice, like, sage candle. It smells so good in here. We have cherry limeades. I'm happy. Yes. So, yeah.
It's a cozy day today.
It is. And especially being in this, I mean, it's a relatively small room. And it's just us. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a good day.
Yes.
So I'm going to put in some Satanic Warmaster. And when we come back, we'll, I don't know, talk about some vacations we've been on, maybe. Some stories. now that you're all caught up to speed, because God, it's been a while. So feels good to be back.
It does. And we should be doing this more regularly. If not every week, then every other week at least.
So expect more from us. And if you don't like that, oh well. It's happening.
Yes.
So but anyway, here's some Satanic Warmaster, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Gemini Archives, everyone.
Welcome back.
So, as we took our break, and I sat down and looked at the recording, I realized, so I'm recording on my laptop, did not plug in my charger. It's like a half dead. I'm like, son of a bitch. Fucking, and the charger is plugged in, but it's only plugged into the wall and not my laptop.
He was sitting right next to it, just not in the computer.
Oh my God. I'm a fucking idiot.
That's so funny.
Why am I like this, Lauren? God damn it. Fucking goddamn. Anyway, it's fine now. The computer has been saved because, like I said, this computer, well, you said it, the Mesozoic era.
Yeah, literally.
I bought it in 2014.
I found it next to, like, a dinosaur fossil.
Yeah. It dies in, like, 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't plug in at all, 2 hours, completely dead.
Yeah.
Done.
It's to the point where Apple won't even take it back for money. They just tell you to recycle it.
Yeah.
Like,
because
that
they're
old.
Useless.
Yeah.
So... that's what you're going to have to bear with us.
Yes.
So, anyway, with all that being said.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just drank a bunch of fucking cherry limeade. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be burpy for the next, I don't know, 20
There's
minutes.
not even, like, bubbles in it.
I know.
It's
just,
not even carbonated. Dude, it's just juice.
It's just me. Like, I'm carbonated.
Oh, shit.
Like, there's just bubbles that perpetually reside in my stomach. Sorry, I was my Lauren choke.
No, I'm good. Oh shit, I forgot my wedding ring. I took it off before and never put it back on.
Lauren, what the fuck? I mean, it's fine. You're not going anywhere.
I know. Because I'm like, why do I feel naked? I don't have my ring on. I went to go like this to like push it up like I usually do, and I'm like, there's nothing here.
Hello? Where is it?
Knock on my own like knuckle, just like, where is it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So before we get into, you know, some stories and stuff, I did just want to shout out a friend of ours, friend of the show. His name is Max. Hi, Max.
Hi.
As we call him, Chaos Goat or Costco, because it's easier to type. I know you don't really watch like I do, Lord, but we call him, well, Frasier called him Costco one time, and then it was all over from there, and that's all we call him now.
Oh, jeez.
So he has a YouTube channel currently, and he fishes. So he lives in Minnesota, or as he's been calling it, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And he, you know, fishes like, you know, live streams himself fishing and stuff like that. And watching those live streams is what, it's funny. Like, it makes me think about when we would go to Long Island.
Oh, yeah.
And fish, but we would go like into like the Long Island Sound on a boat.
Yeah.
He just kind of does it from like, I think he said yesterday that he's getting like a canoe or something, so he'll actually be able to go like on the water, but he's just been kind of doing it from like, you know, like the shore, I guess. So, you know, it's funny because I'm like, we never did it that way. We always were in a boat.
Yeah.
You know, fighting seasickness because it's so goddamn rough.
I mean, when I tell you, it's like you raise up like 2 feet every 15 seconds.
Yeah, if you get motion sick, you cannot go on the Long Island Sound.
No.
It's insane.
Or just any deep sea fishing. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You will hate, like, I watch those videos of like Alaskan crab fishermen on those big ass boats in the middle of the sea.
I could never.
With the waves toppling over them. I'm like, I would die. I would die, right? I would let the ocean swallow me.
Yeah.
And I would just wait for Cthulhu to take my ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Literally. Like, and they're just like, and you see them, they're just like going about it like, oh yeah, this is just another day at work. And I'm like, sir, you're going to drown. Like,
getting like an avalanche of water on him and he's still mopping the deck. It's like, my brother in Christ, it's already mopped.
Yeah.
The water just did it for you.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
So I know, like, so I've been watching his live streams, you know, he's been doing a few recently, and it just made me think about when we would go to, because we would go every year. Oh, and by the way, subscribe to his channel. Please.
I'll link it.
Yeah, we're going to link it down below for you, because it's, if you like that kind of thing, it's actually like really mellow, and like, because you and I love mellow content.
Yeah.
For lack of a better way to put it. Just like stuff.
And the occasional jump scare in a horror game.
Yeah.
With my fingers over my eyes practically,
Yeah.
you know? Shielding me from the screen.
But for the most part, we love stuff that's like quiet and like we watch, speaking of the liminal stuff, we watch a lot of like there's like compilations of like vaporwave like songs and stuff, and usually like the images on them are just like a pool, or like
it's like it's 1993 and you're at a hotel pool or whatever. And then there's another one from 1994. And then the one I've been obsessed with is called 1998 VHS or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like 6 hours long, but it's so good. I think it's the same, like, 15 songs on repeat for 6 hours. And I just listen to the whole thing over and over.
Fuck it.
So.
By the way, the 1993 and you're at a hotel pool, that's what you're hearing right now currently.
Mm-hmm.
So, for anyone that's wondering, we will also have any music and stuff that we play in the podcast always linked if you want to check it out, because I usually get stuff from YouTube, so you can also listen to it.
Yes.
But yeah, so you and I like mellow stuff to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So watching his live streams is very like relaxing for me, because it's just, him just hanging out, like, catches some fish. I always miss when he catches fish though, because I'm like, oh, I gotta go do something, and then it's like I leave and he fucking catches something.
Or it's like you sneeze and you close your eyes for 0.5 seconds and then there's a fish.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I missed it. And I have to like go back and like rewind it and watch it. Like, so it's not the same. So, that's happened a few times too, where I'm just like, God damn it, I missed it. And he caught like a 35-inch something. I forgot. I don't know fish. I'm sorry. I'm a poser when it comes to this kind of stuff, okay?
I don't know fish. Unless it's an Animal Crossing, I don't know fish.
Yeah.
Or Stardew Valley. Like, otherwise, I have no idea. I can tell you what a lionfish looks like, an arapaima, fucking...
a sunfish.
A coelacanth. Like, that stuff. But you show me any other fish, I'm like, this isn't Animal Crossing. I don't know what this is.
Yeah. Lauren.
I'm serious.
So, I don't know what kind it was, but it was humongous. I was like, holy shit, I missed it.
He goes out on lakes usually?
Yeah.
I remember watching one with you.
Yeah.
So.
It was, I don't remember what. There's like a million lakes in Minnesota, so.
Well, then it's probably a lake fish.
Yeah.
That's all I could say. It's like, it's a lake fish.
Yeah, it's not the ocean. They're
it's
lake
big
fish.
scaly boy. Yeah. So.
So I've been watching it because it's been like, when I've been drawing and stuff, it's like nice and mellow to have on.
Yeah.
But it made me think of, when we would go to Long Island, because we would go every year for years.
Well, my mom's, one of her girlfriends from high school lives in the Hamptons. You know, we won't say which part, but and they have this big, beautiful house in the Hamptons because her husband owns a boating company, and like, it's nice. Like, it's the kind of house where you have to drive 5 minutes up a dirt path to get to it.
Yeah, because it's secluded.
There's no one else around. That's the kind of fucking, like, quiet I wish I had.
Yeah. I'm just away from these motherfucking birds.
And raccoons and gophers and the other animals that like to show up at the driveway.
No, groundhogs.
Or groundhog, sorry.
Yeah, the groundhog was like on my porch yesterday. Like, it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was bad. And
yeah.
The raccoons try to get my fucking trash, and I have to go bang on the door to get them to go away.
Yeah, they stand on our porch. On the pole,
I know. They're nasty. I'm like, you don't live here.
I know.
Like,
well, we're gonna call someone about that, but anyway.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
The house is secluded.
Yes. So, and we would go every summer, and we almost died on a boat one year. And I think we talked about that in a past episode. So
yeah.
We won't say it again, but
it was bad. It was just a storm. It was bad.
Yeah.
But
we were on a secluded island, and we had to go back in the middle of a storm and almost died on a boat. So
it was bad.
Mm-hmm. If we did not have a priest with us, we probably would have died.
Yeah. We literally had like a Catholic priest.
Yeah.
It was like a friend of my mom's friends, and
yeah, from her church.
He was just screaming Hail Marys, and it was ridiculous. I'm like, this is my life, you know? Just like
growing up Catholic, man. Like, that's what happens. It's like you get yourself in shit like that and you pull the rosary out.
Oh, that's a whole other episode. Just like situations like that. Mother of mercy.
I
know. We loved going because her kids also like they would build stuff. Like one year they just like built like a go-kart, and because they have like their own private road, we just rode the go-kart up and down the road and it's like kind of like on a hill, like an incline, all fucking day. We did that one day because it was too like, it wasn't rainy, but it wasn't like a great like day to go to like the beach or do anything. So I remember like one day we just were like, fuck it, we're gonna ride around this go-kart. Literally, we flipped over in that thing 150 times. Yeah. We're all scraped up because it's a paved, road. So it's asphalt. And
us as kids, we didn't think to just kind of flop onto the grass.
Yeah.
We just fucking nosedived on the pavement.
Yeah, literally.
So,
we literally we would tip over because we did not know anything about weight distribution, and like some kids were much bigger or smaller than others.
Well, we were tall, so we should have been we should not have been riding with the people we were.
You and I should have been together.
Yeah.
Or with one of the boys, because we were kind of like the same height and it was like a similar weight distribution. But they put me in with, and my mom's other friends and their kids would come too and stay with her one friend. So it was like a whole group of us.
It would be like 20 of us in the house.
Yeah, in their humongous house, just throwing kids in every corner and like air mattresses.
Yeah.
And like, they put me with a girl that was literally half my size.
Yeah.
So we start going, and it's like the second we get to a turn, it's like immediately.
Yeah.
We just flop over.
Yeah.
Because there's no, like, the go-kart he built, it wasn't like, I don't know anything about go-karts, but it was
well, he was also 8 years old.
Yeah.
So it's
he was also like,
it's not going to be the best.
Yeah. He was also like, no, he was like 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah.
And we were just like, what the hell are we doing? We laughed our heads off.
Yeah.
We literally just mouthful of dirt, fucking tumbling into poison ivy, having a blast.
I know there was hydrangeas too that we just flopped into.
Oh, we ruined all of their nice plants. We were just so destructive. But we laughed, and you know what? The adults didn't care because we weren't in the house annoying them and driving them crazy.
I know. They were like, get me a glass of wine. Let's put on the yacht rock and we're just going to mellow out.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, wee! And we're like flying around corners.
They had like a tree house that was in a humongous tree.
Yeah.
It was gigantic. And
also from the Mesozoic era.
Yeah. And like, we had to like climb like this awful like ladder to get up there.
Yes.
And it was like, it wasn't like a regular ladder that like leans. It was like a swinging ladder. So it was like suspended by the top.
Like a rope ladder.
Yeah. And I couldn't get traction going up there. Like I just, for some reason, I could not pull myself up. And I fell 100 times trying to get in that treehouse.
Yeah.
And then finally, one of the boys got the actual ladder out of the garage and leaned it against the tree in the doorway, and then I was able to get up.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the rope one. I have terrible like balance issues. I think I have an inner ear problem. I don't know what it is. It goes all the way back. So, I'm like,
you said it like a Jewish mom. Just like, I don't know what it is. It's like, I can't,
No, I sound like mom when I said that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's true.
Somebody kill me. Anyway.
Stop.
But I just, those are the memories I have. And it would be like those days, and then we would go to the beach or we'd go on the boat because, they had like 100 boats. And we go
before
fishing.
we talk about that, you also forgot to mention not just the go-kart, but they had the lawnmower with the wagon on the back of it that we'd all sit in.
Oh my God.
And one of the boys would drive it and like all around the house, and he would mow the lawn in one place.
Yeah.
While doing that. It was very funny.
It's like he would mow like a very specific patch of the grass.
Yeah.
And everything else is, and his mom would yell at him like, if you're going to do that, why don't you go around and do the whole damn lawn? And he was like, no, but because he would do like donuts.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like with us in a wagon, like the wagon literally at like a 90-degree angle.
And it wasn't just one or two. It was like 7 kids in this wagon. We piled. And it wasn't like a small wagon. It was of decent size.
Yeah.
But it was piled in there.
No, literally, like he would do donuts and we would like be all tilted to one
hydraulic our ass up. Yeah. It's very
all
funny.
Smushed in one corner of it. We're just like, God damn it.
People fell out, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
The smaller kids would fly out of there all the time.
But we had the wherewithal to, like, hold on to the side. about.
Just thinking about it now is really funny.
We're ridiculous.
I mean, it's dangerous as hell. Like, imagine kids doing that today. Oh my god, I'd be on TikTok and everyone would be like throwing a protest. But like,
no, but back then we just got scraped up. We laughed. We rubbed a little dirt in it, and we just, went on with our day.
So not only do we do that, but the beach too.
Yeah, and then at the beach we'd also we'd go dig for steamers. Also.
Yeah, clams, basically.
Well,
they call them steamers because they steam the clams.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we would dig for steamers and mussels.
Yeah.
And there's a way to do it because you go to these, in Long Island at least, they have these remote other islands kind of surrounding Long Island, and that's where they are. They're, buried in the sand. And if anyone's played Animal Crossing, it's just like that. Where you dig for clams the same way you find a hole in the ground on the beach. And if you see a hole with a little bit of water in it, there's a clam in there. And you would dig, and there would be 1 or 2 clams per hole.
Yeah.
We dug up probably $500 worth of clams.
Literally. Because it
for
wasn't
hours.
Just you and me. It was all the kids would go.
Yeah.
And it was a collect.
All 12 kids would be going.
Well, we had to feed 20 people.
Yeah, so we got I would say 10 pounds, I'd say, of clams.
Oh, yeah.
10 pounds. And we would wash them when we got home, and then a big bowl of butter to dip them in. And then, first you dip them in water to get the extra sand off.
Yeah.
And then you dip them in butter. And that's how after you steam them, And
that's how you do it.
That's what we did every year. It's
God, I could eat that every day of my life and never get sick of it.
If we found so many clams, our parents were on the boat and we were still looking for them. It's we're done with the clams. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's leave them. Otherwise we can't come back and get more. So
I know. We had so much fun doing that.
Yeah.
And so we'd go fishing too, but we really loved, clamming. We called it, go dig for steamers and stuff like that. And the few times we ever did go fishing, though, I was not well. I was a little green in the face.
Yeah.
Because, you're on the Long Island Sound, which isn't like the Atlantic. But
yeah, it's a little more mellow, but it's still got some pretty good waves.
Yeah.
Especially at high tide.
You're going back and forth and back and forth. And it's just we're sitting there. And literally, it's just you put the fishing rod in and you sit and then just wait. And it was 6 hours of my day. And I was I looked at, because we went with Dad, and I looked at him I don't feel good. Yeah. And then we went back. And I still just remember, I felt like I had vertigo for, the rest of the day.
It's the same feeling of taking a long flight, where you feel like you're just kind of moving, even though you're sedentary.
Yeah.
For, a day, and then you're fine, the next day, once you sleep it off.
That's why I don't do roller coasters and stuff. I get so, motion sick, and ugh. So, and it was fun, for the most part, because the people we were with made it fun. They were hilarious. And,
oh my gosh.
Making jokes and,
Yeah, we had a blast.
That was fun, and we did that for many years up until we all became adults.
Yeah, because a lot of them are married and some have kids now, and
some don't even live around here anymore. Some are in the other side of the world,
so we're all split up, and
it's not we could do it how we did before, when everyone was kind of in one area. And so it's fun, but that was most of our vacations, was going to not even just Long Island, but just to the beach in general. We'd go to Narragansett for years.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And
we were college age when we did that, though.
Yeah. And when we were kids, we would go to Misquamicut, Westerly, Rhode Island.
Yeah, because another one of my mom, her best friend lives there.
Yeah.
Well, part-time, She's only there a few months, because they're Florida birds or whatever the hell they call them.
Yeah.
Where they live in Florida 6 months and then their other home for 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
they used to live there, year round. And when they did, that's when we would go, and we'd go to the beach, and it was really fun. Lauren and I swear to God, and my mom said this, and I laughed because I'm this is the truest thing ever. When we were kids, if our mother took us to a hotel up the road and we just got to swim in their pool for 3 days, that was a vacation to us.
Yeah.
anything that involves water or swimming was vacation.
Yeah.
So we love anything where we can go jump into a pool of water. That's why with the liminal stuff too, I love like the pools.
Yeah, like the pool room stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's so like I want to, like, for anyone that remembers Blue's Clues when they would skidoo into pictures and stuff, that's what I want to do every time I see one of those.
Yeah.
I want to be there. I'll be like, if I'm going to end up in the back rooms, put me in the pools room so at least I can die happy. You know, like, it's so like relaxing. Like, we just have always, even this summer when it decides to not fucking rain and be 48 degrees outside, would like to do that this summer. You know, oh, sorry. Did I just kick your foot?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You literally are stretched all the way on my
I'm
side.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'll move.
But we're gonna take a beach day, I think.
Yeah,
because it's been a while.
Yes.
You've been landlocked for a while.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they have, obviously, I was living in the Salt Lake City area. They have a fucking lake, but
right.
It's not like you have to go up towards the mountains to get like the really nice lakes and like bodies of water. And there's man-made beaches in Utah, but it's all like rock and whatever. But it's not like the actual coast.
Yeah.
So
I don't think anything is, honestly.
No. The problem with Utah is it's so polluted. Even if you're outside, it still feels like it's gross. Like the air is thick.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like, my body just feels better living in a place that's not polluted. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, because everything is trapped in by the mountains in that area. But if you live in a different part of Utah, it's not as bad, but it's still polluted. The whole West Coast is polluted because there's too many fucking people. Like, we have an overpopulation problem only on the West Coast. I thought it was crowded here. No. No, it's not.
No, if anything, it's less crowded here now. Everybody left Connecticut.
I know. And I mean, Utah and Connecticut actually have the same population just about. If not, Connecticut has a little bit more. But the thing is, everyone's spread out here. It's not like 95% of the population in one area.
Right.
You know what I mean? That is the Salt Lake City area where we were living. Because my husband's from Salt Lake City. So we were in Salt Lake County, but not in Salt Lake. We were just like a little bit south of there in West Jordan for like years.
Yeah.
And West Jordan is a black hole. I don't know why that place exists. It's the worst place I've ever been to in my life. Salt Lake is actually really cool. Like it's got that old charmy like kind of feel to it. Like there's old houses and stuff. But like going anywhere else, it's just like, unless you go to like Heber, like towards the mountains and stuff, it's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
I looked at Quinn and I was like, I really want to get a vacation home here because it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
But that's, if we get the big bucks, sure. Because those are like multi-million-dollar houses. Like there's no way.
God almighty.
In this day, like in this year of our Lord 2025, are we getting that house? I mean, we just got this one, for God's sake. So,
I know, it's true. And this house, I mean, it needs some work, but it's good, you know?
It's a good big house.
Yeah.
So,
and it's right near a pizza place, which I like because I like food. But, you know, and it's good Greek pizza. But yeah, man, like, you know, it's funny, like, ever since you guys have been back, we've just been talking about, like, different, like, things we did, and, oh, we have to go here and do this. Like, one thing, and this is, I wouldn't call this, like, a vacation, but it's something we did, like, they were day trips.
Oh, yeah.
Was going up to the original, and what I consider the only true Yankee Candle up in Western Mass.
It's the headquarters.
The headquarters.
Yeah.
And just going there for like a day.
Yeah, it's always decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's very cute. It's just like, it looks like a house, like a big house, but it's literally their headquarters.
I love that place.
And I don't know, I'm just gonna look really quick what city it's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I can't remember. I could tell you what exit to get off the highway
from. Exit 24.
Yeah. Like, I could tell you everything else. I couldn't tell you the city that it's in. But it's in South Deerfield, Massachusetts.
That's right.
Deerfield.
Yeah. Like D-E-E. Oh, that was 3 E's. D-E-E-R.
Yeah.
Field. Like the animal. I don't know why I had to spell it. Anyway. Sorry,
Not like-
I'm lacking sleep, so you're gonna have to excuse my dumb.
Yeah.
So,
And not deer as in like my deer, you know?
as in the animal
Yeah.
that's in the woods,
Yes.
as in Bambi.
Anyway, it's a great place.
Yes, it is. Sorry,
And
I'm slowly losing my mind as we keep recording.
I know, right? I love going there. I haven't been in so long, but apparently it's still almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
There's like little things that have changed. Like, oh, hold on, there's something in my eye.
Yeah, some aesthetics changed, but generally it's like the same thing. Do they still have that German band?
No. Now it's like some like bluegrass band or something.
Oh, damn. The German band was I forgot what their name was.
It was like a polka band or something.
No, they were like a German, like, with the lederhosen on and everything.
The
Was it polka?
The Oompa Boys.
The Oompa Boys.
Yeah.
That's
it just
it.
came to me out of nowhere.
Oh, dude.
So-
I almost said the Lost Lonely Boys. I'm like, they are clearly Mexican, Lauren, and not in Yankee Candle.
Yeah. So I wonder, I'm going to look. If there's footage of them, I'm going to put it right here. But, here, I'm going to look actually real quickly. Hold on.
Okay.
Put in the Bob Ross music. Wait, is this it? Do we have... Oh my god, this is from 1997. Like
That's literally when we would have went.
their
At 5 years
informational
old.
video. Hold on. I wonder if it's in here.
Oh, please. Please, dear God, let it be in
I
there.
hope. Oh, there's Santa.
Santa! Sorry.
Oh, they have these. But where are they? Oh, here they are. I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
I'm gonna like this. So I can't believe this is even. So you're gonna see it on the screen right now. It's just gonna be like a small clip, or it might just be a photo.
There's
even.
Reddit posts of it, too.
Oh my god, are you serious? So this is the Oompa Boys. This is what they look like, and it was like this animatronic band. And I had a dream about this animatronic band recently.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I remember it because it was similar to like Chuck E. Cheese, where you could get like really close to the stage.
Yeah.
And we would always get the table right against the stage.
Yeah.
Whenever we'd go, and I was fascinated by them. I didn't care for polka or whatever the hell they played even.
Even though our grandpa played polka music.
Yeah.
but
But like we
there's
love them.
something about them. I don't know if it's the lederhosen or what, but
Yeah.
it's like, I loved these guys.
Yeah,
You know?
we were obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And now it's like some like bluegrass band or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, it's not the same. It's the same, like animatronics, they're just dressed differently. They're retrofitted, I think is the correct term.
Right.
But I'm like, it's not the same. And I just remember we would go, you know, especially around Christmas when they had...
It's the best around Christmas.
They had,
or
like-
just after Halloween. That's a good
Yes.
time to go.
We went when, you know, our mother needed to go buy Christmas presents for people and stuff. And, you know, we'd take a trip up there because, you know, she would let us just go run around.
Yeah, it's like an hour, maybe just over an hour, because it's right past Springfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, about an hour or so from where we live.
Yeah. So we'd go all the time, and you know, that felt like a vacation to us because it was almost like Disney World where there's like animatronics and like all this interactive stuff, and you can make your own candles. At least you could back then.
I think you still can, and it's like the stick candles. You know?
like the pillar candles, not like a
Yeah.
big ass candle.
Yeah, the skinny ones, and they put them on strings. And it was like, I don't know why, it was like dice for the car. Like it was like 2 candles attached on a string. Why they did it that way, I don't know.
Well, so you could dip them without putting your hand in wax.
Yeah, well, I get it for 1 candle, but I didn't want 2. Like, how the fuck are
I
you
know.
gonna separate that?
I don't know.
We just like hung them around door handles for years.
Well, I guess you could cut them, and then that becomes the wick.
Wow, that's a smart idea.
But we never did that. We just hung them, you know, like that, because my mom was like, we're not going to burn these. So, you know, she was weird about, like, we have a candle burning right now. She has always been so weird. Like, whenever we burned candles when we were younger, they had to be on the stove.
Yeah,
Like, we couldn't
a
put
lot
them
of
anywhere
people
else.
still do that.
Yeah, it's just weird, though, because I burn candles all the time.
Yeah,
And as long as I'm not like, leaving the house, it's fine.
Yeah, and probably because the kitchen's the most like heat-proof room in the house, because you're always cooking in there with fire, so
true, it
kind of makes sense.
We're cooking with cadmium, or whatever the phrase is.
Cadmium?
I don't know. Anyway, but it's funny because when we were cleaning out, this other side of the house, there was still a lot of our parents' stuff that was like, left behind that we didn't know about, and we found like a bunch of pictures and stuff from when we were on vacations and like souvenirs and stuff from when we went to Florida and like to Disney World. And speaking of the Epic Universe that you were mentioning before, because I know you guys want to go check that out.
Well, because my husband's never been to Florida. He's never been to Disney. He's never been to Universal Studios. His parents have gone to Universal Studios and Disney, but they left all the kids at home. So
that's ridiculous. Just saying, like,
but it was for the anniversary. That's why. And they couldn't afford it.
Can I just say too, and I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but I'm going to reiterate, fuck Disney adults. Fuck them. I can't stand it. And I'm talking about the people that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and don't even factor in their own children. Fuck those people. But please continue. I know, I'm fighting words. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. But if they want to spend their money, they can spend their money.
I just don't understand it. It's like...
It's the obsession part of it. It's like, if you don't like Disney and a Disney adult finds out and they fucking attack you, it's like with anything today. You don't like something and someone's gonna like come after you on the internet. Well, you should like it because I like it. It's like, dude, I don't.
That's why I love metalheads, because metalheads are like, oh, I don't like that, and we're like, cool, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for not liking this. More for me. Like
literally.
Metalheads are the only people who are just like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like this or not.
It's the equivalent of marrying someone who loves pickles and you despise them, so you always have someone to give your pickles to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's literally what it's like.
Yeah, that's literally me and my husband.
Yeah.
It's like, I cannot stand pickles. Like, Meg and I both don't like pickles at all.
And here's the thing. We are not picky eaters. We will eat just about anything.
Yeah, it's because it's vinegary. I don't really like vinegary foods.
Yeah.
But pickles especially, like just straight pickles are just disgusting.
Well, I shouldn't say that, because I like, like, I guess coleslaw is vinegary. I don't know. Stuff like that.
Well, that's where you put it with like mayo and like other stuff. So it's a little vinegary.
I know straight vinegar is,
yeah,
I don't like it.
Like fermented shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. So,
though I did eat some pickled onions recently. And
those were good.
Those were really good.
Yeah. It made them sweeter.
Yeah.
Pickles are just too sour. So, my husband loves pickles though. So it's like every time he gets something with pickles, I'm like, here you go. Unless I, just asked to take them off. But if I forget, I'm throwing them on his plate. I'm like, take the pickles.
I've come for your pickle. And if you understood that reference, hi millennials, welcome to the podcast. But anyway, yeah, so, we have a lot of fond memories of just like going and doing like even just little things like that. Like that wasn't a full-blown vacation, but it felt like it for us as kids.
But we've only been to Disney 3 times and Universal 3 times.
Yeah.
Because every time we went to Disney, we also went to Universal. But the last time we went was like 2007.
2007.
Yeah, 2007. So it's been almost 20 years since we've been back.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. My mom wants to go on a Disney trip when she retires next year, so might want to do that.
I don't want to go. Honestly.
Well, I mean, for me and Quinn.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, like there's some things that would be cool to see, but overall, it is so... We did that on, previous episode too, just talking about how expensive fucking ticket prices are at Disney alone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that kind of money, honestly. And for... someone that's already been, it's not even worth it, and I know it's different now and but for the most part it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna go spend a fuck ton of money on something I've already seen.
Right.
I mean, it's one thing for Quinn because he's never been,
yeah,
but for me, I'm like, I know I'm all set with that, like
it was fun when we went though, because the first time we went was in 1995. We were
97.
97. Sorry.
Yeah.
We were just turned 5 years old.
Yeah.
It was like before we started kindergarten, we went.
Yep.
And you want to talk about old school Disney. Oh my gosh. And then the second time we went was in 2000 or 2001. 2001.
2001.
It was right before we went to 4th grade. So we were
8.
Or we just turned 9 because we celebrated Mom's birthday there.
Oh, that's right.
So,
we were just turned 9.
Just turned 9. And then the last time we went, we were going into sophomore year of high school.
So we were
15.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
we went at 5,
9, and 15.
9, 15. Oh my God.
Yeah, I have to be an odd number to go to Disney, apparently.
Yeah.
Universal. Except for next year when I'll be 34, so.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? It's been almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm old.
You're old. Put that song in if you can find it.
I will. God damn it. I have so much to do.
But it's worth it.
I know. I'm kidding.
I know.
But yeah, so it's been nice going down memory lane recently,
Yeah.
and just kind of
And just talking about trips and like, we have all of our Disney vacations on film though.
I gotta convert them
Yeah.
because it's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to get the tape from our parents. They took everything.
Well, since, Quinn and I have been going over there more, I should just ask Mom.
Yeah.
When I'm over there, be like, where's the tapes?
Give me the tapes.
We're here, I'll take them.
Yeah. I know she wants to convert. So when Mom was a kid, she has all that 8mm
Yeah.
film, and there are converters for that. I mean, I'll look at her, or I looked at her and I told her, I'm like, find one that you don't care about and we'll try it and we'll see if we can do it, because that's hard, you know, because you got to thread like the film through and I mean, it's just like, I've never used a camera like that before. I'm sure we could figure it out. It's just, and they do it frame by frame when they convert it. So that's going to take a million years to do, but it's fine. But yeah, so we've been, hanging out, having fun, like, glad that you're back now, and we recorded a podcast in person.
I know.
And today's our birthday. We're going out to dinner and celebrating.
Yes.
As of the day this goes up. Woohoo. We're
posting it on our birthday?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said at the beginning of the episode.
That is right. I forgot.
Yeah. Lauren, welcome to the conversation, as you say.
Hi.
Yeah, we're going out to dinner. We're going to go get some wings, probably.
Some wings and some short ribs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to fuck that shit up.
We're going to fuck it
up. I'm so excited.
We will not fuck the food. Please, dear God. There's no coitus on this food.
Coitus. So, yeah. We're happy to be back, and we're going to upload semi-regularly.
We have so many ideas for episodes.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to do, like, a different thing, but we had to put in research, and I'm like, I don't want to do research on our first episode back.
Yeah.
So, just get ready for, like, some good topics coming up.
Yeah, because we've been, falling down different holes. If you guys like all the liminal stuff or the analog horror even and all that shit, we got more shit coming.
More, like, scary topics.
Yeah.
Especially around Halloween. So.
Oh, yeah. This year, we're doing some good shit.
We're going to do, like, an episode. That's going to be the month where we do an episode every week.
Yes.
And just put out a whole bunch of spooky shit. So.
Get ready. It's coming. We're excited.
Yes.
Yay.
If anyone wants to go back and listen to the first Halloween episode we did, talking about all this, us going to the Warrens Occult Museum and stuff, highly recommend.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear about our experience, Lord Jesus Almighty. I saw recently the Annabelle doll is touring. I'm like, what is she, Kiss? Like, what the fuck? They're like, Annabelle goes on tour. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
She's Kiss. Imagine she has, like, the Gene Simmons paint on. Listen, he merchandises fucking everything. He should make that.
He would make his own Annabelle dolls with his fucking makeup on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because it's the demon. Ha. Fucking
funny.
Could you imagine?
I can't even say that because I feel like she's going to repel from the ceiling, you know?
That fucking doll is in San Antonio right now.
Oh.
So, Carl, if you're listening to this, or anyone from the San Antonio area, which I know there's a few of you that listen to this, just be careful.
Yeah.
That doll is no joke. But anyway, yeah, so we're happy to be back.
Yes, we got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm so excited. And also, now that we're sitting down properly and about to go, I would like to say thank you to the over 100 of you who subscribe to our channel.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And thank you to the guests that we've had while Lauren was not able to record.
Yes, thank you, because you saved my ass, you know?
So Carl and Francisco and Mike. Well, Mike was on the episode with you. What the hell am I saying?
Yeah. Well, we did a second episode with Francisco. My first, your second.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it was just Carl. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you, Carl, for coming on and, you know, helping us out, because we didn't want to go too long without putting an episode up. And I was like, I need to get somebody on. And I did have someone else who probably might come on again at some point in the future. Who knows? That was supposed to join me, but couldn't. So Carl came in clutch and helped us out. So we go subscribe to the Witching Hour. I will have that linked as well as Jamming Out All Badass. What we refer to as the Joabaverse. Everyone that, you know, we're all friends here. So, thanks for...
I want to be part of the group. Me with my fucking dumb hats on.
Yeah.
Just like in a buck too. Just like, I want to be a part of it.
I guess we kind of are. So,
well,
you know, a lot of the regulars from the Joabaverse have been listening to us, and you guys have been so great, you know, for your support. And, you know, I mentioned, what was it, last week, that we were recording an episode, and some people were very excited about it. So thank you for, you know, listening and for, you know, the support, because
being patient with us.
Yes, because we just do this for fun. We're not looking for fucking anything out of this other than to just like hang out and talk about some cool shit.
Well, I think we said this so many times before. This podcast was started as a form of therapy for us.
Yeah.
Is we both were going through hard times, and we just needed an outlet to talk and just put our minds somewhere else. So,
right.
And that's kind of what this podcast is always going to be. You know, it will always be a form of therapy for us. So, talking about what we love and like talking about our lives a little bit, but not too personal, you know?
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's nice now to be able to do that more regularly and, you know, have that outlet. So yeah, we're happy to be back.
Yes.
So,
I'm putting in Sargeist because I didn't know what song to put in, and my husband's like, just put in Sargeist. So now I'm putting in Sargeist.
Yeah.
Well, and I've been listening to them for like ever now. I mean, he's on a typo negative kick right now, but who I was gonna put in, but I'm like, I don't want to copyright, so Sargeist it is.
Right. So thank you for that, because I already had to re-upload a couple episodes due to copyright. It's just been everyone.
I know.
You know, that Goat Metal show, another part of the Joabaverse, got like a week-long ban for some video from like years ago, I think they said. It's fucking stupid. You know?
It's so dumb. It's like, it's been up for how many years now? Like, leave it alone. I know.
They are like the least controversial, offensive, any other descriptive word that's negative.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they are so like not like that, and they caught a ban. It's insane.
I know. It's ridiculous.
So
I'm putting in Sargeist.
Yes.
It's a song. I don't know which one, but it will be a song from Sargeist. Yep. Everyone enjoy it. I know you went on a big like tangent about this is why I'm putting in this. I literally didn't know what to put in, so I asked my husband, and this is what I'm putting in the show.
Well, sometimes it's switched, because there are episodes where I'm like, oh, I just have been listening to this, so it's going in.
And then it's like, oh, this is from childhood, and it makes me think of this. Not today. Yeah. That's not it for me. I just wanted to put in black metal to match the vibe.
Yeah. So. It's dark and cold and fucking, it feels like winter outside.
I know. At the end of May.
At the end of May.
It's 20 degrees colder than the average temp I saw.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the day this goes up, you know, it's probably going to be nice. But as of the day we are recording, it is fucking cold. So,
yes.
Here is some more black metal. Thank you so much.
We will be back so soon. And I mean so soon.
Unbelievably soon. It's not going to be another 6 months, I promise.
Yes.
So.
We got some good stuff coming. And yeah, we're excited.
Yay. So yeah, check it out next week or whenever we upload, because we've got some cool shit coming. So
yeah, if we feel like doing another one next week, we will. If not, it'll be a week after.
Yeah. So we're going to, because it's probably going to, like you said, require some research.
Yeah.
And we just, we're like, oh, well, I'll just look it up. And then it just, we're doing research on the show.
Yeah.
Mid-recording.
I know. We're terrible.
We did that just now. I'm like, oh, let me see if there's footage of that. Like, I could have just looked that up.
But hey, we got to listen to Bob Ross music.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah. Here, wait. Another 10 seconds of Bob Ross here for you to enjoy. Lord, I just sat here. Like, here's the thing. I add all the sound effects in post. I don't play them in real time as we're recording. So we sat here and listened.
Bopping our heads in silence.
Like, we played the music in our heads, listening to nothing.
Yeah, literally.
But anyway. All right, here's Sargeist. We're going to head on out of here, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.